Let's stay with President Cyril Ramaphosa and his cabinet, because tomorrow he'll be visiting the Northern Cape to assess a number of challenges in that province. Service delivery protests saw disgruntled citizens march to the Premier's office, while next week the health ombudsman is set to release a report on the dire conditions of psychiatric facilities in the province. Newzroom Afrika's Juniour Khumalo is live for us in Kimberley this evening, and he is at the Mental Health Hospital joining us now. Juniour, good evening to you. This is one province that is often not spoken about. Let's remember, it also was one of those that was brought below the 50% mark, and therefore it means the ANC no longer runs it on its own exclusively. But beyond that, what are the problems? Because that's what people want to know, the issues that affect people on the ground.
Indeed, Xoli, there are quite a number of challenges that this province is actually faced by. Just last week, we did see quite a number of individuals, between 70 to 100 individuals protesting outside the Premier's office, complaining about the poor service delivery that they were experiencing here in the province. There was also a complaint about the high electricity tariffs. We've seen this happening even in Gauteng, in Tembisa just this week. We also heard the EFF leader today, Julius Malema, cautioning about the high levels of electricity, saying that it poses a serious challenge for South Africans, and it is truly indeed the case here in the Northern Cape, with a number of people expressing their dissatisfaction to the Premier's office. But also just last month, there was that release of statistics by the then Police Minister, Senzo Mchunu, who did indicate that while the rest of the provinces in South Africa had a decline in terms of murder rates, this province in the Northern Cape was the only province that actually saw an increase. Last year, there were about 91 murders that happened in this province. This year, there was about 112 murders that happened. So quite a serious concern as well that also needs to be addressed by not only the Premier, but also this particular city of Kimberley, because most of the protests that seem to happen actually seem to happen here in Kimberley. But there was a significant development today with the ANC winning actually one of the wards 1 here in the Sol Plaatje municipality, meaning that they have increased the number of seats that they have in this council, despite them still governing with a party like the Good Party. They are still firmly in control, because they had complained that some of these challenges arise from the coalition governance. They try to take decisions, some other parties push back, so there has been those challenges. But as you indicated, another serious concern that might be raised tomorrow when the President and the rest of his cabinet come to the Northern Cape is the challenges that are facing some of the psychiatric facilities here in Kimberley, especially this Kimberley Mental Health Hospital. In 2023, it came onto the news for all the wrong reasons, Xoli, where it was announced that about 3 of the patients here died after being neglected because from 2023 around to 2024, there was no electricity at this facility. The individuals that are living in this facility, about 100 or so individuals that were living here, were living in dire conditions and being neglected, having to bathe in cold water. So all of those challenges seem to have led to those deaths that happened. The Minister of Health then in October last year decided to ask the health ombudsman to then investigate that situation. So next week we do expect that report from the health ombudsman, but also even tomorrow when the President and his cabinet ministers descend to this province, we also expect that a lot of the people in the province are going to raise the challenges, because this particular hospital actually came at a cost of about 2 billion rand. It was also delayed by about 15 years when it comes to its construction. Initially, it was expected to take about to cost about 290 million rand.
Juniour Khumalo, thank you very much indeed.